There comes a time in every person's career that you will have to have a tricky conversation. We were up to our own discretion. We were on our own, but those days are over. Now we are able to use the internet, and moreover, we're able to use artificial intelligence. We've asked artificial intelligence, or more specifically ChatGPT, how to deal with 3 controversial conversations and how to navigate them. Let's see what it offered us. The first situation is simply asking for a raise. Now, this is always a point of contention because you want to be appreciated for the work you're doing, and of course, you have to convince your higher-ups. My prompt was just asking, how can I ask my boss for a raise? And I was interested to see that the first response was that they offered an email template. I personally would have thought that that would be a conversation that happens in person, but they offered an email, so I'll read that out for you. Dear manager's name, I hope this email finds you well. I want to reach out to discuss the possibility of a raise. I've been working at this company for however length of time now, and I've been able to accomplish list of your things that you've done. Over the past length of time, I've taken on additional responsibilities, including list your responsibilities. I've been able to handle these responsibilities effectively, and I believe that I've been able to provide value to the company. Given my performance and contributions to the company, I believe that I deserve a raise. I'm hoping that we can discuss this in more detail and work together to come up with a fair compensation package that reflects my contributions. Thank you for your time and consideration. Well, that's formal. I feel like what you would have to do is emphasize the monetary value that you're bringing to the company, if that's at all possible. I know that it's not always able to be done. Say that, the contribution I've made has led to a 50% increase in registrations, then that's even better. So that was the email template. But then I asked AI, well, can you give me a template for talking, verbally asking for a raise? And they did, and this is what they said. They said, if you're asking for a raise in person, it's important to prepare in advance so that you can make a strong case for why you deserve a raise. Here's a sample script. Start by greeting your manager or supervisor and thanking them for taking time to meet them. Hi manager, thank you for taking your time to meet me. I wanted to take some time to speak to you today about my compensation. I've been working for the company. Okay, so we've done that before. Over the past length of time, I've taken on additional responsibilities, and then we list those. And now AI says, if your manager or supervisor seems hesitant or unsure, which I imagine they would be because you've just spoken 3 sentences, you can provide more specific examples of why you believe you deserve a raise, such as increased productivity. This would be a good time to know how much your productivity has increased. Positive feedback from clients or colleagues, or additional skills or certifications that you've obtained since your last salary review. And then they say, this is the continuation to the script, I appreciate your time and consideration, and I'm looking forward to discussing this further with you. Personally, I feel like this is a bit wishy-washy. I feel like it's a little bit formal for a conversation that you're having probably with someone, they're a human, so you're still having human relations with them. When discussing raises, you have to be a little more firm. So then I asked AI for a more firm yet polite version. I appreciate the opportunity and support that I've received here at the company, and I'm committed to my job and to the success of the company. However, I feel that my compensation doesn't reflect my contributions and the additional responsibilities that I've taken on. I'm asking for a raise to reflect the value that I bring to the company, and I'm not willing to accept a no for an answer without a clear explanation. Now that is a little more firm. Would you use these scripts when you're talking to a higher up about a raise? I feel like I would probably be a little more non-formal. There's definitely some things that we can learn from the script, naming specific reasons, not just being like, I deserve a salary, but these are the reasons why. So the next question I asked AI was how to raise concerns with a manager about not being appreciated at work. If you feel that you're not being appreciated at work, it's important to bring it up to your boss in a professional and respectful manner. Here are some tips. Schedule a meeting with your boss. Make sure to choose a time when your boss is available and won't be distracted. This meeting should be private and in person if possible. Yeah, I would imagine so. 2, explain your concerns, be specific, and provide examples of times when you felt that your contributions weren't recognized or appreciated. Use I statements to express how you feel, such as, I feel like my efforts aren't being acknowledged, or I'm concerned that my work isn't valued. 3 is provide evidence. Make sure to highlight specific examples of your accomplishments and contributions to the company. This will help your boss understand the value that you bring to the team and the company as a whole. Number 4 is ask for feedback. This will show that you're committed to your job and willing to work towards a resolution. I like that. And 5, focus on finding a solution. And 6 is follow up in writing. This will help ensure that everyone is on the same page and that progress is being made towards a resolution. Now, this is more about the process itself. And there are some things that I really liked about that. For example, asking for feedback, not only expressing concerns, because that does have to happen, but it's a conversation and it should be a two-way conversation. And you're definitely showing maturity when you're opening yourself up to feedback as well on your own improvement, rather than just complaining. So the next situation I asked AI for help with was in the dreaded resignation. I don't know about you, but for me personally, handing in my notice was one of the most difficult things to do, because you're a human and your teammates and your bosses and your higher ups, they're human too, and you don't want to let them down. No one wants to let anyone down. Most importantly, if it can be done without burning any bridges and staying respectful, then that's even better. Hopefully, AI has some suggestions on how to do that. First, schedule a meeting with the boss. Yeah, duh. Number 2 is be honest about your reasons for leaving. You don't need to provide a lot of detail, but it's important to let your boss know why you're leaving. You might say something like, I've decided to pursue other opportunities, or I've accepted a job with another company. 3 is express gratitude for your time at the company. Even if you're leaving on less than ideal terms, it's important to express gratitude for the opportunities you've had and the experience you've gained. Offer help with the transition. Let your boss know that you're committed to making the transition as smooth as possible. You might offer to help train your replacement or provide guidance during this transition period. 5, provide notice. Make sure to give your boss enough notice so that they have time to make arrangements for your departure. My favorite, follow up in writing, of course. After you've had the conversation with your boss, follow up with an email or a letter confirming your resignation and providing your last day of work. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You definitely need a paper trail expressing that so that you can back it up in any future necessary case. So those were our 3 major topics and what AI had to say about how to breach tricky conversations with your bosses. Did you find them helpful or did you find them just bland? Vote in the comments below and make sure to subscribe for future videos like this. And I'll see you next time. Bye.